Anybody there? No? Well, take your time. All the time in the world. Lots and lots of time.
Life could be a dream if I could take you up in paradise on clouds. If you would tell me I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream, sweetheart. Life could be a dream if only all my precious plans would come true. If you would let me spend my whole life loving you. Life could be a dream, sweetheart. Sweetheart.
Hello, friends. Have you ever gazed up into the night sky and wondered at the possibility of life on other planets? What marvelous beings might exist out there, hands extended in friendship, awaiting the moment when we humans take our first tentative steps into space? What tales will be told of that glorious day when we are first contacted by our brothers from beyond the stars?
Five. All systems go, General. 4.
Come on, baby, show us what you got.
3.
What the hell?
2.
What in the blue blazes is that?
1.
No, wait! Stop the countdown!
Incompetent fool. I should never have sent you.
What's shaking, Pox? You look a little, what's the word, constipated.
Let's just say I hope you turn out to be less of an evolutionary dead end than your predecessor.
You lost me.
Shall I tell you a secret? Few of our people know this, but the DNA patterns in our cloning banks are becoming more and more degraded with each new clone.
That's bad, right?
Only if we want to retain our immortality through cloning. Of course it's bad! I sent Crypto-136 in search of a planet we visited many eons ago. A planet seeded with pure Furon DNA. But I lost contact.
Let me get this straight. You sent me, him, Crypto-136, to a hostile planet, and he's disappeared. Maybe captured, maybe even being tortured as we speak.
Well, I wouldn't jump to any conclusion.
I bet you wouldn't. Let me tell you something, Pox. You're a smart cookie. But there's a time for thought, and there's a time for action. And this is one of those times.
Which?
The second one.
Perhaps you're right, 137.
Course I'm right. You kidding me? A cryptosporidium captured by a bunch of monkeys? We gotta go in. We gotta crack some craniums. We gotta rescue me. Him, he's gotta rescue me. I gotta... Brains, man. When do I get to blow things up?
Patience, Crypto, patience. I take your point. Prepare the mothership.
That's what I'm talking about. So, what's the name of this crummy planet?
Our destination. The planet Earth.
Good evening, my fellow Americans. In recent days, rumors have run rampant of flying saucers, alien invaders from other worlds, indeed, of my own demise. The truth is, America has been attacked, not by little green men, but red, and our invaders are most definitely of this earth. Despite the efforts of this administration, our nation has been infiltrated by communists. Their conspiracy, details of which are only now coming to light, included drugging our water supplies and controlling our media via mind control. But your military and intelligence agencies fought back, and I'm proud to report that once again, America has emerged victorious. However, the price is dear. At this moment, millions of Americans are working hard and playing by the rules, unaware of the lingering toxic pollutants in their minds. To combat this lingering menace, we have set up testing centers across the nation, at shopping malls, local schools, even churches. The test is simple and painless. Why, our family had it just this morning, and I'm back at work. Doris is in the kitchen baking brownies, and little Billy's out playing tag in the rose garden right now. It's completely safe. So trust your government. Trust your president. Good night, and God bless America.
Step inside, citizen.
You sure this thing is safe?
Step inside, citizen.
Jeez Louise. I don't know.
Hey, buddy, you heard the president. If it's good enough for him, it's good enough for us. Yeah! Yeah!
Well, I guess a test couldn't hurt.
Like shooting monkeys in a barrel.
And so, the world breathes a sigh of relief. The threat of alien invasion proved a false alarm. As for those who scan the skies for a real visit from outer space, they may be in for a very long wait. Perhaps the lesson is that we should turn our gaze inward, remembering that man's worst enemy is often himself.
Dr. Mason! Dr. Mason! I'm sorry. I guess it was nothing. A sudden light reflection. It startled me.
There's no doubt a comet or a meteor.
No, it seemed to be a drill-shaped thing. Revolving. No, it must have been my imagination. It makes me realize how desperately alone the Earth is. Hanging in space like a speck of food floating in the ocean. Sooner or later to be swallowed up by some creature floating by.
Oh, come now.
Time will tell, Dr. Mason. We can only wait and wonder. Wonder how. Wonder when.
Report preliminary findings.
Thor reporting. 42 saturation degrees and 96 volumes. Intermediate fluctuation in Marfon content.
Derek reporting. Tridex mixer components ratio exceeding 7 to 1.4.
Morrow reporting. Diagonal adjustment reading resisting structural forms by 2.8.0 vernums.
Saul reporting. Uneven cartoid levels intersect planes below 0.03.
Surface readings register above minimum requirements. Morrow, go below and bring up the young Gargan specimen. Now the decision depends on its reactions.
Wait, Captain. I have found evidence of intelligent beings on this planet.
Of what concern are foreign beings?
Of none to you, Thor. Just as you were so unconcerned when you destroyed the small creature. So bravely.
It was no more than an insect.
But it had life. And that life you had to take to satisfy your endless hunger for killing.
Silence, both of you! Proceed, bring the Gargan.
That will not be necessary, Captain. Conditions here will be reported as unsatisfactory, as they were on the other planets we have charted.
By what authority?
You will prepare for takeoff. The ship will leave this planet immediately.
According to our code of operations...
You may forget the code of operations, Captain. Only civilized beings could have made the inscription on this metal piece. We shall not have the thousands of Gargans brought here to destroy them.
You have concern for foreign beings over our mission to locate grazing land for our Gargan herds? Recall, it is necessary as a reserve food supply for our people.
Our people? We live like parts of a machine. We don't know our fathers or mothers were raised in cubicles. The sick and the old are put to death.
It is the one and only way to maintain the supreme race. Have you forgotten?
Our people have forgotten. They have been made to forget for centuries. But I have learned how it once was. Families, brothers and sisters. There was happiness. There was love.
Of what do you speak? From where have you learned such things?
I have read. I have read from this book. I discovered it and kept it hidden. Somehow it survived the flames of the Annihilators when our people were turned into mechanized slaves centuries ago.
When we return to our planet, the High Court may well sentence you to torture and death for this treason.
The High Court may judge me after we have accomplished our mission. We will find an uninhabited planet to which the herds of Gargans may be shipped. without endangering civilized beings.
Let me see that book. I am interested to see what sways your mind so heavily.
You may have it.
Bring up the Gargan. You were a fool, Derek. This book has poisoned your mind, and you shall suffer for it.
Captain, if the Gargans are shipped here, the inhabitants may destroy them. That possibility alone makes it worthwhile to locate an uninhabited planet.
That book has indeed made you forget many things. We are the supreme race. We have the supreme weapons. Keep him under guard, Thor. I will study the reactions of the young Gargan.
Before the High Court has you executed, you should be made to watch what happens when we return here with the Gargans. By the elements alone, they will grow to millions of times their original size in less time than it takes for the sun to rise and fall.
It thrives, Captain. Already I can feel it has grown heavier.
We shall return to our base and leave the transport ships here. Soon this planet will be covered with full-grown Gargans. A safe distance from our planet, yet their meat will be available to us for the harvesting. Repack the instruments. I shall radio back the news of our success.
Captain! Captain, something has gone wrong. Look here.
What? What has happened?
I do not know. It suddenly fell limp, and now does not move.
Assemble the TRSs, hook in the gas grading instruments. Be quick! The atmosphere here tested above minimum, but the Gargan species cannot live due to excessive nitrogenic gas compounds emitted in our preliminary diagnosis.
Then this planet will be reported as unsuitable?
Repack the instruments and prepare for takeoff. We will continue our search in another solar system. And when we return to our home base, you will be presented to the High Court with the evidence against you. Thor, Saul, find the prisoner and prepare him for the isolation chamber. I will make contact with base. Expedition Z06 to base. Expedition Z06 to base.
Guard him. I will get the straps.
Lie down. Put your hands behind you.
Are complete. He is escaping!
Go, Thor! How did he get free?
He escaped from Saul. I could have stopped him.
Derek is to be brought back alive. He is the son of our leader.
Derek?
I reported his actions and was connected with the leader himself. He told me this. He said Derek does not know.
As the son of our leader, the High Court will pardon him.
He will be pardoned. When the sky is light, we will begin to search for him.
Captain, look at this. The Gargan. It is not dead.
It has revived.
It flourishes. The excessive nitrogenic gas compound shocked its system. Now it thrives on the very same compounds.
Then this planet is suitable.
Completely. I must resume radio vision contact. Morrow, Saul, secure the Gargan by expandable leg bands. Out of sight in that cave. The size it attains by the time we return will give us an exact growth rate to expect of the herds.
At the rate the Gargan is expected to grow, what will prevent it from tearing loose the leg bands and escaping from the cave?
We shall be back before that happens, unless it should receive food in excess of the atmospheric elements. We will leave nothing else for it to consume.
Imagine thousands of beasts like that, millions of times enlarged, roaming over this planet.
They will be harvested from the air, so there will be no danger to us.
Let us be quick. I do not like to look upon it.
Now that you report the planet is suitable for our purposes, you are to return here immediately and prepare to lead the transport ships there. Derek's escape could now mean difficulty in our operation should he communicate in any way with the inhabitants, inferior though they may be.
If we are to return now, how can he be stopped?
Leave your best man to find Derek and inform him he is my son. I will join you on the return trip to meet him there.
He may be stubborn. He has already threatened our lives.
If that becomes the case, he must be destroyed. And any beings with whom he might communicate, they must be destroyed. Your orders are complete.
I shall send my best man.
I heard the orders, Captain. Let me find Derek.
You will wait until the sky is light enough to begin the search. We will leave now, and return here to meet you when we bring the Gargans. Do not fail, Thor.
I shall not fail.
Can I help you, sir?
Yes, Would you tell me the meaning of the inscription on this metal piece?
Sparky, 1243 Willowcrest Drive. That's just 3 blocks down there and a few doors up. You can't miss it.
Hey, watch what you're doing now.
No, I'm sorry. I was just trying to make out what kind of clothes that guy was wearing. Looks like some kind of military uniform. Wonder where he's from.
Could be from Mars for all I care. Hurry up there, boy, will you? I haven't got all day.
Hop in, I'll give you a lift.
Lift?
Well, it's a long way into town. Okay, it's all right with me.
Wait!
Never saw a uniform like that before. What brings you here?
I am searching for someone.
Maybe I can help you. Know a lot of folks around these parts.
I am searching for someone you could not know.
Rocky's breakfast out 20 minutes ago, Grandpa, and it's still here.
He's probably still out chasing gophers.
Hello. You've come to see our room for rent?
What's that?
A fellow to see the room for rent, Grandpa. You show it to him, will you? Joe'll be by for me in a minute. We're going swimming at Alice's, and I haven't even changed yet. Well, come on in. I'm Betty Morgan, and this is my grandfather.
How do you do, son? Just arrived in town? Don't believe I've seen you around before.
I just arrived.
And your name?
Derek.
Derek. The empty room belonged to my brother, Bud. He's married now and lives upstate.
Your brother? You knew your brother?
Did I know my brother? That's a strange question to ask. Grandpa raised us both since we were kids after Mom and Dad died.
I'm sorry, It's just that I never knew any brothers or sisters.
Your mother and father decided to play it smart and avoid a lot of squabbles around the house.
Oh, Grandpa.
I never knew my mother or father.
Well, let's take a look at the room, and if you like it, you're welcome to stay.
It's this way. I'll show it to you.
Hey, I thought you were getting ready to go swimming.
No, that can wait. Right in here, Derek. I hope you like the view. There are plenty of windows.
What's the matter? You act like you've never seen the inside of an automobile before.
What is this?
The gear shift. Where have you been all your life?
The gear shift. Tell me what it is for.
Now look, mister, I didn't offer you a ride to give no driving lesson.
Tell me!
Sure. I didn't mean anything. Here's the clutch. When I push it in, I change gears. Low, second, and high.
And to halt the vehicle?
When I want to stop, I press the brake, right here.
And this?
The starter and ignition switch.
And the fuel, what does it use?
Are you kidding? Gasoline, of course. Here's the gas pedal right here. It's about time I have the tank filled.
I asked him where he was from, Grandpa, and he just said he was from very far away.
He did, huh? Well, maybe he doesn't like to talk about where he's from. With the looks of his outfit, I'd say he's raised in a private school of some sort.
Well, Grandpa, if he just got into town and can't pay the rent until he gets a job or something, would...
Well, what do you say, young man? What do you think of the room?
You will let me live here? With you?
Well, sure. That's why we had the sign up. That's why you came here, wasn't it?
Not exactly,
Derek, I was just talking to Grandpa, and... Well, if you don't have the rent money right away, that could wait until he gets a job, couldn't it, Grandpa?
Why, sure. That's all right with me, Betty. But then if he doesn't like the room...
I like it here very much. I would like to stay.
Fine. I'll go out and take down the sign. You can use the phone to have your bags brought over.
My bags? I have nothing else.
No other clothes or anything?
We were not allowed to. I mean, my uniform is all I have.
Gosh, you've got to have more than that. Bud left some of his clothes in the closet, Grandpa. Couldn't Derek use some of them?
Of course, my dear. Bud wouldn't mind a bit, I'm sure.
Oh, golly, that's Joe. Put on whatever you like from the closet, Derek. I'll be right back. Make yourself at home.
Hi there, Joe. Hi, Gramps. Betty, I'm afraid I can't make the swimming date. Not till later, anyway. Got a sudden assignment for the paper.
Oh, gosh, what now, Joe?
I have a list of folks to interview. Say they saw a new flying saucer last night.
That sounds like it might take you all day.
I hope not. I'll call you as soon as I get through, okay?
Okay, Joe.
Yeah, I guess a reporter's life can be pretty hectic. You never know when a news story will break.
I was just thinking. Maybe Derek would like to go swimming, if you let us borrow the car.
Betty, what at that? If you don't think Alice would mind.
You don't know Alice. I won't be able to keep them apart.
Hey, what's going on in town anyway, mister? A convention or something?
What?
Well, those clothes you're wearing. I talked to a guy this morning who was wearing the same kind of outfit.
Maybe the guy you're looking for, huh?
You spoke to him? What did he tell you? Where did he go?
Hey, what's the matter with you? Hey, take your hands off me.
You will tell me what he said to you.
Oh, why should I? Hey, who do you think you are, anyway?
Answer me, or I destroy you.
He came here with a dog tag. Wanted to know about the address, and I told him how to find it.
Where? Where did you send him?
It was an address on Willow Crest Drive. 1243, I think.
Tell me how to get there.
Just drive down there about 3 blocks. That's Willow Crest. 1243. It's only a few doors up.
You don't have to put the brake on so hard, Derek. That is, unless you want us to go through the windshield every time.
I have never piloted a vehicle like this before. I will try again.
This time, pull in there. That's Alice's house. Oh, much better.
Wait, Betty.
Yes, Derek? What is it?
When I came to your place, it was because of...
Yes?
I had just arrived here. I did not know where else to go, but everything was so strange to me.
I'm glad you came. So's Grandpa. Without any family or friends, you wouldn't like it at a hotel or any place like that. Come on. I hope Alice can dig up some swim trunks for you.
Hi there. Who's the stranger?
Joe couldn't make it, Alice. I talked Derek into coming along. Derek, this is Alice.
Derek. Hey, I like that. Come on in, the water's fine.
Well, we need a pair of swim trunks. I couldn't find any at my house.
No problem at all. He can wear a pair of my father's. The folks are gone today, and so are the servants. We have the whole place to ourselves.
Where are the trunks, Alice?
Hanging up right over there.
They look a little large for you, Derek.
Well, maybe you better put them on with some clothespins, too, just in case.
I guess it's safe to try them on anyway. Over there at the bathhouse. What was that?
Don't worry, I'll get it.
It is what I wanted to tell you about. The reason I came to your place when I did not know where else to go.
Heck, I thought it was a 50-cent piece at least.
Why, that looks like... Well, it is. It's Sparky's. Sparky's dog tag. Where on earth did you find it?
When I first arrived, I was with some others. One of them destroyed a small creature. Later, I found that among the remains.
You mean somebody killed Sparky? Oh, no, Derek, it can't be true. Why would anyone want to kill Sparky?
Betty, I'm sorry.
Tell me who did it, Derek.
They are gone now. Only I remained.
But I don't understand. Where is Spark? Will you take me to where it happened?
I'll get dressed and come with you.
No, Alice, please. You stay here. We'll see you later.
Well, so Derek didn't come into town alone. If you're looking for him, he isn't here now. He and Betty, that's my granddaughter, they went over to the Woodwards. Why don't you go on over there? No doubt they'd be glad to have you joined in the fun.
Yes. How do I go there?
The Woodwards are straight on down the street about 3 miles, just before you get to the park. Got the biggest house in the block down there. You can't miss it. Where are you fellas from, anyway? Don't believe I've seen uniforms like yours before. Military secret, eh? Well, it doesn't matter. Derek didn't say where he's from either. Don't let me keep you. You're probably anxious to see him.
Where is he, Derek? You don't mean those old bones. You can see they've been here for a very long time.
No. It was among these remains that I found the metal inscription.
This couldn't be Sparky. I know. He must have been here and his collar tag fell off, that's all.
You are not familiar with the focusing disintegrator ray?
The what?
It projects an isolated beam which separates the molecules of living material in chain reaction. All but the solids, the skeletal braces.
Horrible. And you mean Sparky? But...
Over there is what happened when the same beam was aimed at me. It missed, and that is what is left.
Good heavens, Derek. You've got to explain it to me. Why were they doing this? Where were they from? How did you...
We... Betty, tell me. What is the most advanced form of transportation that you know?
What do you mean? What's that got to do with it?
Please, tell me, Betty.
Well, airplanes. Jet airplanes, I guess. Why?
And where do they go? From where to where?
To anywhere in the world.
And that's all?
Where else is there to go?
I should not have brought you here.
Is it about a new secret weapon? Something you and the others invented, and then they turned against you?
It is something like that. I guess I should try to find someone I can explain it to.
Maybe Professor Simpson at the college. He's head of the science department. He will... What is it, Derek?
Betty, when you learn where I'm from, well, you may not understand, but I hope it will not make any difference between us, because...
I don't care where you're from. I don't understand all this, but somehow I feel that I've always known you. That we've never been apart.
Let us go to the professor you speak of.
We have to pass the house first, so I can change.
What was that? Did you hear a sound?
No. Only the wind. What sort of sound?
Nothing. Imagination alarmed me. Come, let us be on our way.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
You are alone?
Could be.
Where are the others? The ones who were with you?
Why do you want to know that?
Tell me where they are.
Say, who are you anyway?
Never mind. Just tell me.
They left here. They're gone.
Where did they go?
I think you better get out of here before I call the police.
You will call no one. You will do as I say.
That's what you think, mister.
I said you will call no one.
Grandpa was asleep, so I left a note so he'll know where we went. If I know Grandpa will be back before he even wakes up.
this is Joe. Betty there?
No, she and Derek went out over to the Woodward's pool. You could probably reach her over there.
Derek? Who's Derek?
Oh, you haven't met him yet, have you? He rented Bud's old room this morning. Seems like a nice fellow.
Oh? Well, the reason I called, I wanted to tell Betty I stumbled onto a double murder story that may keep me longer, but, well, after I get the story into the paper, I'll go on over to Alice's and see her there.
A double murder, Joe? When was it? Where?
We're not sure yet, Gramps. There's only a couple of skeletons. We'll know more when the coroner gets here.
Well, gotta get busy now, Gramps. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Joe! Joe, I just found a note. Joe! Hello, hello. By golly, you missed them at the pool, huh? Sure am sorry. Betty left me a note. Now they've gone over to the college to see Professor Simpson.
Hello. Where can we find Professor Simpson?
This is his office, but he hasn't come in yet.
Let's wait for him at the faculty parking lot. It's just around the building.
You may wait here if you like.
No, thank you. We'll wait outside.
Good morning, Hilda.
Oh, good morning, Professor Simpson.
Have the aptitude questionnaires come in?
They're probably still in mimeographing. I'll go down and see if they're ready.
That's Professor Simpson's office. The third door down. He's head of the science department.
Well, that looks like Professor Simpson's car right there. He must be somewhere else on campus. We better go back to his office and wait.
Hello? This is Simpson, science department.
Put that down.
What is the meaning of this?
Do as I say.
Who are you?
Where is he? The one who came with information for you.
Who? You are making some mistake.
I am making no mistake. Where did he go? Out there?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You will speak to no one else.
We found his car, so...
Yes, I know. He came in right after you left.
Ah! Oh, Derek.
Oh, it's some kind of foolish joke. I'm not going to keep a job where this sort of thing goes on.
I want to believe what I'm thinking isn't true, but
It was a focusing disintegrator.
then whoever killed Sparky... But you said they'd gone.
For some reason, they went to stop me. Somehow we were traced here. I want you to get in your vehicle and go to a place where you will be safe.
But how could they... Grandpa, I left a note for Grandpa. They must have... Oh, Derek.
I will go to your place.
No, they may be waiting for you there. I can call Grandpa.
Hello?
Oh, Grandpa, thank heavens. Derek, he's all right.
Betty, what is it, child? What's the matter?
Grandpa, was somebody there? Somebody you told we were at the college?
Oh, yes, the friend of Derek's. Did he find you okay?
He's a murderer. He killed Professor Simpson, Grandpa. He's after Derek, and he's probably on the way back to the house right now.
Murderer? But are the police...
Don't argue, Grandpa. Just get out of there. We're going to the City Hall police station right now. Meet us there.
Don't worry about me, Betty. I'll leave right away. Goodbye, honey.
I better call the police and let them know we're coming.
With what weapons are they equipped?
Well, guns. Why?
Guns that emit what?
Bullets? What do you mean?
Bullets. Centuries-old invention against...
Hello, operator. Give me the police department. Hurry. Yes, we'll be there right away. Thank you.
Betty, tell me how to go there. I want you to go somewhere else where you will be safe.
We're safer than the city hall. The police said they're going to have armed guards waiting for us on the front steps. I told them we'd be right there. Let's hurry.
Halt! What do you want? I spoke to my granddaughter. You're not getting any help from me.
Did they return here? Tell me. I have no reason to harm your granddaughter, but if you do not tell me,
You can kill Derek?
Why should you care about him?
Why shouldn't I? Why do you want to kill him?
It is important only that he leave here, that I return him to where he belongs.
And where is that?
From where he escaped. I need not harm anyone if you tell me where he is. If you do not, there will be many deaths. Beginning with you, now.
He's not here. He's in the center of the city.
Where? Take me there. You will pilot the vehicle. Go. Be swift.
Alice? Betty? Anybody here? Holy mackerel.
You think the tip might have been a phony, Mac?
Don't think so, Harry. The girl who called seemed to know what she was talking about.
Another call, Mac. Joe Rogers, reporter on the Daily News. He's on the way over. Found another skeleton. Only this time at the bottom of a swimming pool.
The city hall is just up ahead in the next block. Oh, I hope Grandpa's there waiting for us safe and sound.
What are you doing?
Be silent. Continue ahead.
You stay here in the car. You'll be safe. He's after me, not you.
He must have slipped off that way. Come on.
Stay under cover.
Betty, thank the Lord you're safe. I just came from Alice's. There was a skeleton in the pool.
Alice? Oh, no! We came to meet Grandpa. The murderer came in the car with him.
What? But how did you get mixed up in this?
Since he killed Sparky out by the old mine. He's an insane killer, Joe.
And he forced Gramps to drive here? Where is Gramps? Is he okay?
Yes, well, there he is trying to get across the street.
You stay put. I'll go over and help him across.
What are you doing down here? Go into the building. That is the safest place.
Look. Here on the sidewalk. Drops of blood.
Betty, go into the building.
Derek.
Give me the weapon you have, Derek. Slowly. One sudden move and I slay you both.
Derek? Will Derek do as he says?
Get in! You will take me to a man of surgery to remove the metal pellets from my flesh.
That is not possible.
Yes, we must. We must do as he says. I know a doctor's office. We'll take him there.
She is very wise. Now go!
And that's the way it happened. Next thing I knew, he was trying to fire out the window at Betty and Derek. I swerved the car and... Say, where is Betty?
That's funny. She must be around someplace.
But the car's gone. They must have left without me.
Well, don't worry, Gramps. You'll get an escort home. I'm going to phone the story into the paper and then drive out to the old mine Betty mentioned.
The old mine? What's out there?
I don't know. That's where she said Sparky was killed by the guy.
Sparky, our dog? She didn't tell me about that.
Hey, Mac, over here. Blood spots on the sidewalk.
And where's that car that was parked here?
That's it. That's how the killer got away.
In our car? Then Betty and Derek, they must have been kidnapped. You've got to do something. You've got to find them.
This is it, Derek. That's Dr. Brandt there. He looks like he's leaving.
Stop him! Block his path!
Is there some emergency? I have a house call to make. Office hours don't begin for another hour.
Go inside, all of you.
I say, what is this?
He's holding a gun on us, Dr. Brandt. We had to bring him here. He wants bullets removed.
I see. I'm afraid I cannot be of any help. You will need hospital facilities for anything else.
Be silent and get inside. You will remove the pellets here, now.
Leave these people alone, Thor. Where is our ship? I will take you there.
No, it is gone. Do as I say!
Derek, please. Doctor, you must try.
You will have to lie down here. I will prepare an anesthetic. The pain will be great.
I will not be drugged. You will simply remove the pellets. Both of you, sit there. I shall keep you covered. Take heed. One treacherous move and they pay with their lives. Now proceed.
Thor, tell me why you have been searching for me. It must have been important for you to have...
The Gargan are to be raised here. You could not be allowed to run free.
But the specimen reaction was negative.
It was verified positive after you escaped. The captain should have let me kill you when I had a chance.
And why didn't he? I saw him stop you when you fired at me.
Because he just learned that you were the son of our leader.
if I am not to be killed, why did you fire at me in the city?
Your life or death was put in my hands. A traitor does not deserve to be our next leader.
The only reason you do not fire now is to force attention to your wounds. When that is done...
Proceed!
Antiseptic must be applied to your wounds, and you will need bandages. I'll get them.
Come back! I'll find you! You cannot get away!
Oh, I was terrified he'd see us before we got out of there.
He may yet. Get in. I will take you back to the police.
In his present condition, he cannot remain conscious long. By the time we return with the police, he should be completely helpless.
Derek, what was he talking about? The Gargon to be raised here, and you, the son of the leader. You said you didn't know your father.
I did not know the things he said. I thought they had gone. I wanted to forget them forever. But now I know. They plan to return.
Hey, wait a minute. I'm going with you.
Where?
To the old mine shaft.
How did you hear about that?
The old fellow inside. He's been telling us everything he can think of. Mentioned that's where you were going.
Okay, hop in. Maybe something will turn up out there.
You're in here? I know you are. I'll find you.
My nurse, Miss Moss. She'll be arriving for office hours.
I can hear you. I can hear you breathing. You cannot escape me. I'll find you. I'll find you. I'll find you. I'll find you.
Dr. Brandt! Dr. Brandt!
She's already left?
Dr. Brandt's office.
Miss Moss, thank heavens I've reached you. This is Dr. Brandt.
Where are you, Doctor? There's an emergency patient here. I've done all I can.
Listen, Miss Moss. He's a murderer.
He held hostages at gunpoint to force me to remove bullets. We were fortunate in escaping. You must get out of there.
A murderer?
We're sending the police, but if you treated him, he could revive at any moment.
Yes, Doctor. I'll leave immediately.
You will come with me. Put that down.
Miss Morse, what is it?
Drop it, I said.
What do you want?
You will help me to escape. Go out. That vehicle. Is that how you arrived?
Yes, that's my car.
Get in. You will take me where I say. If you disobey, you will be killed.
The police are on the way, Dr. Brand.
It's no use. I was too late. They're gone.
Thor has escaped? But how could he? You said he would be helpless that...
Without aid. But my nurse, she didn't know. She bandaged him, gave him an injection. He revived.
No. We've got to tell the police. They might be able to do something.
I'll tell them. I'll tell them what happened.
Don't worry, Derek. Thor will be caught. They're sure to find him eventually.
It is what I know is coming here. The Gargan. They are small when young, but they can attain the size of this building in no more than a day.
But can't you stop them?
The only chance is to duplicate the operation of the disintegrator.
How can that be done?
The men of science here might be able to do it if they could get Thor's as a model. If only there is enough time.
You know, I don't get this guy. Animals or humans, he just seems to like killing.
There's more to it than that, Joe. There's something behind this, something we don't understand. Weapon he uses, it's unheard of. Blasting flesh right off the bones.
Look at that tree over there. Used it for target practice by the looks of it.
I don't know. Let's take a look in the old cave.
Where are we going? You've got to tell me.
It is not far now.
But you can't escape. The police will find you.
Possibly they will. But barricaded in the mouth of a cave, with you as hostage and me with this...
How long do you think you can hold out that way?
Long enough. There will not be too long to wait.
Hey! Bring your flash bulbs up here. This tunnel is black as pitch.
Okay, I'll be right up.
Mac! An intruder already.
No! I won't let you kill anyone.
I see you do not value your life. He's getting away. Follow him.
No.
Dare refuse?
Are you hurt badly?
I don't think so. Just bruised. Oh, thank heavens it's over. It was like a nightmare.
I wish it was over.
Oh, what do you mean?
Back in the cave, where he shot at me. Some kind of man-eating monster. Poor Mac, the guy I was with. I could hear the thing tearing him apart. He was dead in a few seconds.
Oh, how horrible. What could it have been?
I don't know. But whatever it is, I'm afraid the nightmare has just begun.
The man guilty of these strange killings now lies mute in confinement at General Hospital, where he is being treated for minor injuries. Authorities plan to transfer him to City Jail tonight. The fantastic murder weapon he used has not been located. Mystery still surrounds the disappearance of a man-eating beast said to have been in an abandoned mine shaft outside the city limits. These newsreel shots were made immediately after the city police surrounded the cave and found it completely empty. Evidence in the cave appeared to confirm the report that a monster of some sort had been shackled there, but had somehow attained strength enough to pull itself loose and escape. Groups of armed volunteers have set out in search of the creature, hoping to track it down and destroy it. Meanwhile,
door crashed just below here. If that disintegrator is down there, I'm going to find it.
Derek, I just thought. The monster that escaped from the cave. It must have been there at the same time we were. What I can't figure out is, why did it escape when it did? Why not sooner?
It would not have been large enough, but the man it consumed increased its growth rate.
Then, how big would it be now?
There is no telling. You stay here. Keep the door closed. No, Betty, go back. It's too dangerous for you to...
We can find that thing twice as fast if we both look.
You make me angry. But I like you very much.
In a moment, the moon will come from behind a cloud. It'll be easier to see what we're looking for.
Yes. The light from your moon, it will help.
My moon? Where are you from, Derek? I think I know. I think I've known for some time. You're not from this world, are you?
I did not know how to tell you.
It seems impossible to believe. You're so much like us. Like my brother or Grandpa when he was young. And to think...
We were made the same. The only difference is that we were put on places far, far apart.
What is it like, where you're from?
Babies are bred and raised like livestock, parented by the most perfect specimens of our race. If you become ill, you are put to death, as are the old.
You won't be going back ever, will you?
I shall make the earth my home, and I shall never, never leave it. The moon has come from behind the cloud.
Derek. The crickets. It's so quiet.
The Gargan, get back!
There it is, Derek! It was under the rock! Quick! Shoot it, Derek! Shoot it!
That won't work! Run! Go start the motor! Hurry!
Thing I've ever seen. Why wouldn't the gun work?
Must have been damaged somehow when Thor was thrown in the crash.
You said that thing would keep growing. If it does, what can stop it from wrecking the city? And
I may be able to repair the damaged part of the disintegrator. If I can, we will stop the Gargan and give the Earth a weapon against invasion as well. If only I can get it to work.
What was that?
Only a coyote.
There it is!
Grandpa was so exhausted he fell sound asleep with all his clothes on. Do you think you can fix it, Derek?
I have found the damaged part.
Such a little thing. And yet it has the power to destroy as it does.
It is worthless, unless I can figure out an energy substitute.
Maybe it won't come into the city, Derek.
It will come to the city. For more food, if nothing else.
This is Johnson at Station 86. Out by the hills, due northeast. There's some kind of a monster. It suddenly bobbed up and seemed to touch the sky. I have not been drinking. No, I can't see it now. It must be behind the hills, but I'm getting out of here.
The few remaining survivors of the search party that was attacked report that the beast they encountered was many times the size they expected, indicating that the monster has some strange power of rapid growth. An exact description was... We have a bulletin just received. According to a report not yet confirmed, a beast of seemingly gigantic proportions has been sighted lurking in the hills due northeast of town. City officials have called for military help. Planes and troops are expected to arrive within the next 2 hours. Meanwhile, citizens should take refuge in places of safety, cellars, bomb shelters, as directed by civil defense administrators. I repeat.
Derek, they say it's coming. It has grown. It's just northeast of town. I'd better wake up Grandpa. We'll all go down to the cellar.
You go there with him. There is a chance I can do something yet.
What? What are you looking at?
Those wires, going from pole to pole. They carry the source of energy used for illumination and power in the homes.
Yes, electricity.
And the wires are spread throughout the city, are they not?
You mean you might be able to make the disintegrator work by hooking it to...
Possibly. If the power were great enough. It's the only chance, so I've got to try it.
I can help, Derek. I'm going with you.
What's going on? What's all the commotion about?
Grandpa, Derek and I are going out to the edge of town. Wait for us here.
First, I must put the disintegrator back together, and then find proper tools.
I can load the car with every tool we have in the garage.
All right, then. Let us go.
the cellar, Gramps, with Betty.
What makes you think Betty's in the cellar? She's out somewhere with Derek again.
Everybody's supposed to take shelter. The monster from the cave, it's approaching the town.
Huh? Then that's where they must have gone. Those crazy kids. Joe, we've got to try and find them.
You mean they... Come on, then, let's go.
Derek, look!
You drive away.
You can't cut live wires. Operator, this is an emergency. You must connect me with the city electrical generating plant. Hurry!
Generating plant?
Hello? Please listen to me. You must do as I say. The monster is coming towards the town. I'm at North Ridge Road. We have a weapon here that might be able to stop it if we can connect it to the power lines.
Who is this? I'll have to check with...
You have to believe me. There's no time to check with anybody.
Out there! That looks like them. Derek is climbing down a pole.
And look what's coming. We're not going to make it in time.
Restore the power. It is ready.
Hello? Turn the power back on.
Okay. It is not enough. It is not enough power.
Can you boost the power any, please? It's not enough.
I'll try to speed up the generators.
Derek seems to have some kind of weapon, but it's not doing anything.
If only there were more power, Betty!
Is there any way to generate more power? We've got to have more.
I can join in more circuits, but it may blow up the line.
Try anything. It's our only chance. You can turn the weapon over to the scientists now.
It is too late.
You mean they're coming? Already?
Your people are here for you. I must leave. They will take care of you.
But Derek, you promised. You said...
I know what I must do. You must not interfere.
Betty, thank heavens you're all right. That book has indeed made you forget many things. We are the supreme race. We have the supreme weapons.
Somehow I feel that I've always known you. That we've never been apart.
You are the son of our leader.
You won't be going back ever, will you?
How did he get a weapon like that? It makes me think of what the killer used.
It is. The same thing.
But who is he? Where did he come from, anyway?
Someplace none of us has ever heard of before, Joe.
What do you mean?
Clear from another planet. Far out in space.
Hey, wait a minute.
Betty, this is no time to be joking.
I'm not joking. Where do you think the monster came from? And the man who was doing all the killing and the unheard of weapon he used?
But how did
they came in a spaceship of some sort. Whatever those people told you they saw last night.
The flying saucer? And I thought those people were seeing things.
They weren't. Derek looked into the sky just before he left here. Somehow, he could tell More are on the way.
He must be in the house. There's our car.
Oh, Derek!
Goodbye, Betty.
No, Derek, no.
You are Joe. I want you to take me somewhere in your vehicle.
What makes you think I will?
You refuse to take me?
That's right. I'm staying right here.
You will do as I say.
Oh, no, Derek, this isn't you.
Do not interfere, Betty. I beg you. Get in. Take me to where they are keeping the prisoner.
The killer? He's at General Hospital, but...
Then take me there.
Joe, don't the disintegrator, it won't...
Betty! Trust me, Betty. Trust me.
Derek seemed like such a nice fellow.
Grandpa, he promised me something. He promised he would never leave, that he would never go back. I don't believe he wants to break his promise to me. I'm not gonna let him.
What can you do about it, honey?
I think I know where he's going. Out by the old mine. I want to go there. I want to see him once more.
He's hurt you enough, Betty.
Grandpa, please let me go. I must.
The prisoner is in this building.
It looks like they haven't transferred him to city jail yet. What are you planning to do?
Never mind. Just get out of the car and walk in front of me. Do not move. I will take the prisoner. Get their guns. Hand them to me. Now get in. You face the wall. Keep your hands above your heads. I was stupid, Thor. Very stupid. But that is over. We are returning to meet the ships. Together.
Why do you let them live? Kill them!
There is no need. They will be dead soon enough. Along with everything else on this planet. Go!
Look! That's what he meant. Ships of an alien source are approaching from the sky. Radio contact has been attempted but cannot be established. Instructions are to prepare for an attack by an unknown enemy.
What made you think he was coming here?
Because they're coming. Told me they'd be coming. Told me he wouldn't go back with them. That he'd stay. That he wanted to stay.
Betty, let me take you back home.
No, Grandpa, look, here comes Joe's car.
Betty! Gramps, what are you doing here? Why do you concern yourself with them? Destroy them!
Why, Thor? They cannot change what is going to happen.
What is going to happen, Derek?
You must understand. Death must come to all. Sooner to some, later to others.
The guide ship is about to land. We must go to meet it.
Your promise, Derek. Don't you remember your promise?
I have not forgotten it.
We call that the guide ship. And it looks like there are 100 more still in the sky.
What are they going to do?
Derek told me. The other ships are loaded with thousands of those horrible creatures, like the one Derek killed today.
Why are they bringing them here?
To raise, for food, a safe distance from their own people.
And they don't care what happens to us?
Derek cared. He wanted to make the Earth his home. He promised he would never leave. Oh, Joe!
I would have used the disintegrator on them, but it will not function without energy supply. It was damaged when you crashed. I had to bluff with it.
It is just as well. They will be the first victims of the Gargan herds.
So you were able to bring him back, Thor?
He brought me.
I am sorry I acted the way I did. I am ready to take my punishment.
There will be no punishment, my son.
You are my father?
I am. I have watched your progress since you were born. You have excelled in all things. I was most disappointed to learn that you had deserted. I came this trip hoping I would find you had returned.
Has what I have done not disqualified me? Am I still to...
You are back. That is all that matters. Your mistakes were made because of that book. It blurred your mind, but only temporarily.
How is it you are able to leave the planet? Will not the government structure collapse in your absence?
We will return immediately, as soon as the Gargans are unloaded from the fleet of ships. The people are unaware that I am gone.
Yes, we must leave quickly. If your absence were discovered, it would likely spark the beginning of a revolution. I am not the only one who had that book, Father.
Yes, I know. And you will help in tracking down others who may have such books.
Yes, I see the fleet is approaching. They are flying from radio signals from the guide ship, are they not? Let me be the one to direct them in for landing.
Captain, are the ships close enough to receive the landing signals?
Momentarily, but...
Then go below, Derek. You will bring them in.
Derek, what are you doing? Unbolt the hatch.
Looked like Derek went in first and closed the entranceway.
Whatever's in the sky, they're getting mighty close.
Derek has some plan. He's not doing what they want him to, I'm sure.
Master control to fleet. Master control to fleet. Increase speed. Set flight pattern to -.08. Increase speed.
Open this hatch at once. The ships seem to be converging and increasing their speed. They cannot land.
He doesn't plan to have them land, but crash! They're coming right at us!
Derek's doing it. That's what he planned.
But he's inside there. He'll be killed too. Get down inside the cave.
My son, think of what you are doing. Turn the ships around before it is too late.
Hold course steady. shall make the earth my home, and I shall never, never leave it.
People turning south from the freeway were startled when they saw 3 flying saucers high over Hollywood Boulevard. A woman, startled by the sight in the sky, telephones the police. There comes a time in each man's life when he can't even believe his own eyes. Saucers seen over Hollywood. Flying saucers seen over Washington, D.C. The Army convoy moved into the field. Rockets were quickly set up. Colonel Tom Edwards, in charge of saucer field activities, was to make the greatest decision of his career. He made that decision. Colonel Edwards gave the signal to fire. Swiftly as they had come, they were gone, even to the piercing eye of radar and the speeding jet fighters.
Quite a sight, wasn't it, sir?
A sight I'd rather not be seeing.
Are you worried about them, sir?
Well, they must have a reason for their visits.
Visits? Well, that would indicate visitors. The big gun's the usual way of welcoming visitors.
We haven't always fired at them.
Oh?
For a time, we tried to contact them by radio, but no response. Then they attacked a town. A small town, I'll admit, but nevertheless a town of people. People who died.
I never heard about that, sir.
Well, it was covered up by the higher echelon. Take any fire, any earthquake, any major disaster. Then wonder. Flying saucers, Captain, are still a rumor. Officially.
Looks like we beat them off again, sir.
What do they want? Where are they from? Where are they going?
They, sir? Who? Well, this is a training maneuver, sir. We only did a little practice firing at the clouds.
Yeah. I wonder what their next move will be.
Hello, friends. Have you ever gazed up into the night sky and wondered at the possibility of life on other planets? What marvelous beings might exist out there, hands extended in friendship, awaiting the moment when we humans take our first tentative steps into space? What tales will be told of that glorious day when we are first contacted by our brothers from beyond the stars?
Five. All systems go, General. 4.
Come on, baby, show us what you got.
3.
What the hell?
2.
What in the blue blazes is that?
1.
No, wait! Stop the countdown!
Incompetent fool. I should never have sent you.
What's shaking, Pox? You look a little, what's the word, constipated.
Let's just say I hope you turn out to be less of an evolutionary dead end than your predecessor.
You lost me.
Shall I tell you a secret? Few of our people know this, but the DNA patterns in our cloning banks are becoming more and more degraded with each new clone.
That's bad, right?
Only if we want to retain our immortality through cloning. Of course it's bad! I sent Crypto-136 in search of a planet we visited many eons ago. A planet seeded with pure Furon DNA. But I lost contact.
Let me get this straight. You sent me, him, Crypto-136, to a hostile planet, and he's disappeared. Maybe captured, maybe even being tortured as we speak.
Well, I wouldn't jump to any conclusion.
I bet you wouldn't. Let me tell you something, Pox. You're a smart cookie. But there's a time for thought, and there's a time for action. And this is one of those times.
Which?
The second one.
Perhaps you're right, 137.
Course I'm right. You kidding me? A cryptosporidium captured by a bunch of monkeys? We gotta go in. We gotta crack some craniums. We gotta rescue me. Him. He's gotta rescue me. I gotta... Brains, man. When do I get to blow things up?
Patience, Crypto, patience. I take your point. Prepare the mothership.
That's what I'm talking about. So, what's the name of this crummy planet?
Our destination? The planet Earth.
At ease. I want to keep this briefing brief. Time is a luxury we do not have. The bombers are awaiting our word. The president is on hold and my car is double parked outside. Direct cable communication has been maintained with Washington, but there is no radio at all. Now this much is certain. We have recently acquired new information from Majestic about the imminent threat to mankind. This is the enemy. Take a good look, gentlemen. They hail from the planet Gorta in the Proxima Centauri system and call themselves Furons. Notice their oversized craniums and small status, but don't be fooled. They are mean, calculating, and ruthless. Here's some of what we do know. They use psychokinesis, and their ability to read minds is in proportion to their head size. They do not sleep and have a total disdain for humans. Think of us like cattle. They have 4 fingers on each hand, and they all have the same size feet. But that's not the worst of it. Their technology is generations ahead of ours. Their air power is superior, and their arsenal is frightening. From this ultra-high altitude infrared radioactive image, we can tell that the alien spacecrafts are heading for the cities of Santa Modesta, Rockwell, Uniontown, Capital City, and Area 42. In summary, we're being invaded. More disturbing evidence has emerged. We believe that several corporations have been aiding the Furons. THQ and Pandemic Studios are in bed with the enemy. Roll the film. From their innocent-looking headquarters in Brisbane, Australia, comes mankind's greatest threat. Using advanced technology known as a computer, they have developed an alien training aid. We believe they have been consorting with the Furons under our very noses for a number of years. What you are about to see are the traitors to mankind.
Who told you about the Furons?
Well, you know, they're fictional. They're something that we made up.
Don't know where you heard about them.
Crypto, he's a crazy little alien.
In the game, you get to play one of the aliens called Crypto Spiridium, and Crypto is the 136th clone of his line. The Furons have figured out how to clone people, and as a result, their race is dying.
You know, certainly it's very handy for them to get their hands on our DNA. You know, I know their gene pool's depleted, and a long time ago they put some of their DNA and mixed it with ours. But you know, it's just a game, right?
He's looking for brain stems. Brain stems that've got ancient Furon DNA in them. They need it to reinvigorate them, their own DNA pool. Doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand, but he's always out there, grabbing brains, human brains.
In real life, humans wouldn't stand a chance. I mean, you know, they're just puny and ineffective and pathetic, really. And an alien race of any substantial power, especially the power to traverse the interstellar reaches of space, would have absolutely no trouble conquering humans. So, in the game, that's kind of the direction that we went.
It's funny, of course, because it's the 50s and everybody laughs at the 50s. Everyone can see that's funny. But when you can go into that environment and mess with it as an alien, it's quite hilarious.
The lack of remorse is chilling. Pathetic humans! That's what they think of us. Well, let me tell you something. We ain't gonna get pushed around by no little four-fingered, big-headed midgets whose sole intent is to steal our NDA.
DNA.
Whatever! Roll the film!
Pathetic humans. All around town, you see them doing chicken dances. It's the Furon. He gets into their minds, their weak little minds.
We realized when we were making the game that any alien was bound to have superior mental and technological power.
The Furons have psychic powers in the game we're making, of course. They don't really exist. For instance, they have telekinesis. They can pick up objects and throw them around.
There's one Furon, Crypto. He uses psychokinesis and picks up the cows. I don't know what he does with them. Why the cows?
The ability to create illusions in the minds of humans.
They can project an image into the mind of other humans of a human disguise. They can walk amongst us. You would never know there's a Furon amongst you.
Yeah, they have psychic abilities. You know, they can read minds and hypnotize people, and even an anal probe, which is kind of uncomfortable to talk about.
That's not all. It gets worse. Guns, tanks, bombs. They're like toys against them. This is what we're up against. Roll the film.
They've got some pretty cool weapons, there's no doubt, particularly from the UFO. Well, UFOs definitely beat cars, there's no doubt about that, and gives you a much better view of the city and a bit more destructive power, and even on the ground, using a jetpack sure beats walking.
You've got your classic death ray, which is just sort of singeing through buildings and cars. Those cars can be picked up with the PK ability and set fires alight elsewhere. Then you've got your quantum deconstructor, which is like the all-out, the amazing weapon. It's the one that I guess you're not going to get many of in the game, and that's just going to blow everything to bits, basically. You can go down in third-person mode and get right up close to objects and people and environments, and you get these really nice high-res, detailed-looking areas, and then you can get up in your ship and just blow everything to bits, and all these massive effects and particles are just rendering at that time, and really that's quite an achievement in itself, to be able to have almost like two types of games in the one game.
The physics engine we use is called the Havoc engine, and it takes the realism of the game to another level. It really allows you to manipulate people in different ways and throw cars around and have car doors fly open and bits of cars go flying off.
The aliens have vastly superior technology, and there's no way that you're going to stop them. I mean, you have to warn people. I mean, you have to bring down the government to stop these things. You're gonna have to do it!
The government are trying to cover up what's ever happened, all these strange occurrences that are happening in and around USA to keep the population calm, but I don't think they really know either.
The G-Men are purely fictitious characters we created for our game. The secret organisation they work for, completely made up. None of it's real.
There'll be panic. There'll be chaos. They'll destroy all humans.
Somebody ring my wife. I won't be home for dinner. Listen, there's no room for your mother in the bomb shelter. I gotta go. The whole world is waiting, for this will decide the fate of civilization. All humanity, whether we live or die, will depend on what we decide here in order to remind ourselves what exactly it is that we're up against. I asked the boys in the lab to cut together this next piece of film.
The coolest thing about the game is that you can take the form of an alien and run amok in human society.
50s America, I mean, let's face it, you've seen them. They've totally got it coming.
The best thing about the game is it's different.
Oh, I just love being able to play the alien for once, and the bad guy becomes the good guy.
I love just getting in the UFO and just blowing stuff up.
It's funny to mess with people's heads. In this game it becomes a reality, and it's heaps of fun.
I don't think you understand the kind of power that these guys have. I mean, they've got one mission on planet Earth. They've got one desire, and that's to destroy all humans.
This is no game, gentlemen. This is mankind's darkest hour.
They have abducted one of our own. Now, you must face off against a hostile race. Use your weapons. Use your mind against the most feared enemy in the galaxy. Mankind. Avoid detection. Gather intelligence. Destroy anything in your path. But most of all, destroy all humans. Destroy all humans. One giant step on mankind.
Let's go sunning, it's so good for you. Let's go sunning, neath the sky.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt this program to bring you breaking news from the observatory at Rockwell.
In over 20 years of broadcasting, I'm at a loss for words. I can only describe what I'm seeing as not from this Earth. Something is emerging out of the spacecraft. It's raising its hand. Perhaps a sign of peace. No! We are under attack!
Ladies and gentlemen, due to technical difficulties, we are unable to continue the broadcast from the Rockwell Observatory.
Pathetic humans.
Hi, this is Adam. I'm the lead programmer.
Hey, this is Brad. I'm director.
And this is Dan. I'm the senior designer. And this is the Destroy All Humans evolution of the game movie. And yeah, this build is our first proper build, which was March 2003.
March 2003, that's right.
This
About
had
3 months in.
And this had the cool building destruction in it that we had buildings under lots of physics pieces. It's a very early prototype. Couldn't totally keep all of this in the full game, unfortunately, but you know,
like 3,000 buildings in this.
There's like 3,000 buildings in this level. You'll note how insanely huge this level is, and that was because there was no people walking around it, and you were just flying around in a UFO, so it could be quite large.
Notice you're switching through the multiple weapons. There was the red beam, the blue beam, and of course the green beam. Yeah,
yes,
the famous green beam.
My favourite was the green beam, I think. Yeah. It's quite edgy, the green beam. Had an edgy quality to it.
Also notice the copious amount of roads that Brad placed down in this early prototype. I think he spent
many
a full
roads.
day laying several tens of kilometres of road network only to
It was an
roll away.
authentic
How many
city.
days
See,
later?
watch that building collapse. I mean, doesn't that make sense? Yes, I did. Yes. Where we had like 4-lane highways and all sorts of things in this early prototype.
This actual map was the one that went down into Uniontown, wasn't it? Like we had this whole map,
Yep.
and then it went down into, we added a docks area to the side of this map, and then that slowly, of course, about a year turned into
Yes.
Uniontown. So it's still in the game, you know,
Yes.
sort of.
Technically. This is the point where we were, of course, quite stupid and made an enormous map that we could never actually make work. So.
Yep.
On let alone.
Yes.
That's right. This is when we had the hypno beam was collecting. You had to collect as many people as possible and have them follow you back to your ship, so you could feed them to your space beasts.
That's right. And originally there was no abilities; there were just all guns with crypto, which we eventually morphed into a set of guns and a set of abilities.
This was the most awesome mode of the game, and I am deeply saddened that it's cut at ludicrous speed.
Fortunately, we just couldn't get the rights to the music.
To the music that we can't tell you what the music is
Yes.
because
I think you can
We don't
guess.
have the rights to it.
Yeah. And so this was 2 months after that, so this was
the May build.
May 2003. And this is our first ever mission in Bay City.
Bay City, which you'll notice isn't in the final game. So don't go looking for it. It's not hidden anywhere in the game.
Nowhere.
Really, nowhere at all. Really, it isn't hidden anywhere. Don't spend hours looking for it. So there, we got a shadow on the UFO there.
Some cool baked-in lighting as well on the terrain.
Yep.
It's an awesome lead animator VO as well.
That's right. Yes. Yes.
A token American.
Well, you need a token American on any game development team.
Yeah.
Crypto looked a bit constipated back in the early days, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, well, he's got his disintegrator ray, a very early version of his disintegrator ray here.
Yep.
And you'll see one of the many variants on targeting schemes in the game, which you'll probably see a different one in every single one of these builds in this movie.
Where did that traffic light go? I don't remember seeing any traffic lights in the game.
We had traffic lights and we had plans to have them turn green and red depending
had
on
plans,
traffic.
but,
Yeah.
This is the old Sonic Boom. It's cool.
Yes, the old Sonic Boom. It's like a machine gun. Didn't really look like a Sonic Boom, but it was quite fun to use. This would almost be our proto-capital. Well, except it's just one building. But
This site really had everything, didn't it?
It
had
did.
the dogs, it had the...
It had something for everyone, I think you could say.
everyone.
It was a site for all seasons. So yeah, at this point we're still very UFO-centric.
Yeah, I think we've got like 1 or 2 more builds until we started
Yeah.
Focusing on crypto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's our first cinematic.
Yes.
That was awesome.
It was technically a prototype for the landing sequence, I guess. You could call it that. Crypto falling out of the UFO.
This is absolutely massive.
It took you a very long time to walk around from one end of the city to the other.
Very uninteresting walk around.
Very uninteresting walk.
Oh, Zapmatic is a charge weapon.
Yeah, Zapmatic is charge weapon. It was kind of too much like the disintegrator ray.
That's more like anal probe now.
Yes, yes. Yeah, this is for a period we had people and vehicles dropping power-ups, and I mean this kind of morphed into the whole idea of extracting brains from people. We always knew we wanted to use people and vehicles as some sort of resource in the game. In the end we just used people as resources, but this is kind of the earliest version of that.
This is July 2003, which is when we first had Santa Modesta, I think. Of course I'm about to be proven wrong.
Now, ever-changing logo sequence.
Yeah.
Running across. Actually, I don't know. This is the second time.
Shit now, isn't it? What? Isn't that one in the game?
No.
That was not.
No, not anymore.
Shows you how many times I start the intro.
It's because you're too busy developing the game.
That's right.
It's first shell.
Yes.
Those buttons are really blurry.
Yeah.
I'm glad we fixed that problem.
Yeah, yeah. I always liked the little zoom in on the Earth. That was pretty cool. Not as cool as the mothership, but you know, it was cool.
The gallery of cut sites.
Yes. In fact, I think this whole segment of the movie is going to be cut, isn't it? So I don't know if there's any point in actually doing any sort of VR.
Okay, let's just assume it's cut.
Let me just scratch my ass for a few minutes.
Santa Modesta.
Can I say
Is that like copyright? Yeah, that's copyright. You're gonna have to
I think as long as you're talking about
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Caffeinated beverages are bad for you.
This is a sunny suburban Santa Modesta, so you're actually seeing something that sort of survived to the final version of the game, although it's quite a different layout to it.
This is also while we're in our make everything as huge as possible mindset.
Yes, and there's the cloak on the UFO, so another cut concept. We have many of those. We tried that one out, but you know, it was kind of boring flying the UFO around when no one could see you and no one could attack you, so it we ended up removing it. Also the fact that I think it took a meg and one
animation, yeah. Also note the end of the constant 60 frames a second.
Our programmers lament this endlessly. They weep. Little tears come out of their eyes. So it would have been nice to get the game running at 60 frames, unfortunately.
There's an awesome water splash effect.
Yeah,
that
was pretty impressive. I don't think we've never truly topped that non-existent water splash. There's people walking around.
That's the first stab at the awareness system as well.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. All the people. Yes.
All the people running around and making more people come out.
Look at that. The death ray doesn't look so different from the way it looks in the game now. I mean, it looks a bit different. It doesn't have that big glitchy, fuzzy thing on the front.
Yeah, this is another targeting system. Towing on lasers.
Yes.
It's 3 of 20?
Yes, yes. Yes.
Stage 3 of 20.
You can safely blame me for all of these too.
The interface 4 of 30.
4
yes,
of 30,
yes. And there's the Sonic Boom looking a bit more like its
UFO
final version.
1 of 2. Actually, this is 2 of 3. Hang on, that's the same ship as we've got now.
Yeah,
no, it's a bit different.
I think it's a bit different, yeah. It's not too far off though. Was this post Havoc?
No, we're yet to unleash the awesomeness of Havoc at this point.
No,
we're still
using a competing brand.
Yes, yes.
Which is why our physics hasn't been taken to the next level yet.
Our physics is on the next level.
Well, not yet.
Not yet. Oh, in the bit. No,
exactly.
That's right.
No, at this time.
Oh, right now it is.
No.
Yes. No. You had to show this, didn't you?
Yeah, it had to cut because of streaming.
Yeah.
Yes. Unfortunately. Which of course morphed into the brain extraction and the anal probe now.
This also isn't anywhere in the game. I wouldn't look for it.
No.
Nowhere at all.
This is... I don't know when this is.
This is probably that October build, isn't it?
No, if it was about August, I'd say. August 2003.
Yeah, this is Furon Down, which was our kind of showcase mission for a long time, test out a lot of gameplay ideas, to obviously trying out cinematics here, and one of our designers in particular, Courtney, has worked on this mission, well, probably for like a year and a half now.
Yeah.
He loves it, he loves it dearly. It's like his little child.
I think we've all touched Furon Down at some stage.
I think everyone, it's it's close to the heart of everyone.
Yeah. It was back when Holobob was called the Body Snatcher.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Meet and greet.
Meet and greet was something.
Also something not in the game now.
Oh yes, yes. It was. We were suffering from a bit of VO exponential explosion here, and the meet and greet was supposed to be something where you could go up and talk to people, but it never really quite worked out. It was a neat idea, and maybe it's something we can revisit again later. Just like holobobbing animals. Oh, those wacky quadrupeds.
You can tell by that animation why we don't have holobobbing animals.
Yes. It was very satisfying to be able to bark at people though, but yes, alas.
Oh, first PK.
Yeah.
That was before Havoc.
Before Havoc, as you can tell.
Havoc, yes.
Yeah. Before we had people avoiding other people.
Yes. So we get hypnotised in here too. That's a pretty good dance.
Before it got changed to Monroe Island and not Brad Island.
Yes, well, that wasn't my fault. What's he actually doing here? I can't remember.
He's talked to the scientist, and the scientist.
Was this the first jetpack?
This is the first jetpack.
First
Yeah.
jetpack.
This is the first bit of the jumping across the buoys to get to the island. Except
Yes.
it was barges.
That's right. Wait, yeah, it was, yeah. Most of this is still in the game too.
Yeah.
I believe so, yes. The jetpack, that pretty much stuck as it was very close to the first implementation, which is
amazing.
A bit of a rarity.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, until we rewrote it at the last minute.
Oh, of course, yeah.
It turned it into huge monkeys that carried you along.
Yeah, that's right. Storks.
Yeah.
Storks that fly crypto around. Yeah. I mean, I guess we're pretty close to the full weapon set by this point, yeah.
This is still in Furon Down, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, this is,
blowing up everything.
Yep. The island looked a bit more manicured back in those days. It was
Water Tower.
Water Tower.
The constant Cold War between the Mercs team and us, and getting the most awesome water tower.
Battle of the Water Towers.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, this is talking of Mercs. This is the first Mercs. This is where we sort of tried borrowing the Mercs control scheme. And
that's right. The first twin stick. Yeah.
And that lasted a week, didn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That lasted a week.
It was more. It was more a prototype for when we put it back in a year later.
Exactly. Yeah. It was a prototype that was kept on ice.
Yeah.
For a very long time.
And this is This is Destination Earth, but in Rockwell before we moved it over to the farm.
That's right. Yes. Yeah. And we'll probably tell you the story of the farm somewhere else.
Yeah.
Do we have any E3? We have E3 footage.
We have E3 footage, so we can talk about the farm there.
Talk about the farm.
We're still in. This would be a January build, wouldn't it?
Oh no, this is November 2003.
Okay. So this when you used to use your abilities, we used to have this effect on this aura effect, and everyone would go silhouetted, and there were different auras for different abilities that you could use on creatures and people. But
it ended up very foggy as well.
It did get very foggy, and kind of ruined a bit of the effect of, say, PKing someone, or it wasn't as fun to scare someone when they were just a black silhouette. So we ended up ditching the idea.
This is the first cow cinematic as well.
Yes, the first cow cinematic. Which, I mean, it doesn't look anywhere near as good, but it's something like what we've got in the game now.
Remotely what we've got.
This didn't have cow poop though, did it?
No cow poop, no.
Cow poop was still several months away.
Another piece of majesty that E3 brought forward.
Yeah. Well, I think we needed Havoc for the cow poop.
Yeah, we did need Havoc for the cow poop.
This is Transmogrifier, which was before we came up with brain collection or anything like that. We came up with the idea of recycling animals and people into power-ups.
Yes.
It lasted about a week.
It's kind of like
yeah. It is. Are we allowed to say so?
Sure. Maybe you should cut that out too.
Silent Blue. This PK's looking a bit closer.
No, it's pre-Havoc still.
It's still pre-Havoc.
Yeah. As you can tell when he falls.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
That or it's very acrobatic.
Yes.
Yeah. This is the main street of Rockwell. This is in the game.
Yep. Yeah, he's still there. You got another set of UI on the screen. Actually, the exclamation marks, which kind of appeared and disappeared a few times throughout the life cycle of the game, is showing awareness.
Look at that rain. Wow. Don't go looking for that in the game either.
You can tell it's that awesome 7 frames a second whenever you're doing anything with rain.
Yeah. Oh, Dan, you had to go and capture this bit.
I did this just to see Adam
just
cry.
For me.
Yeah.
Alright, it's just your CD drive stuttering.
This is when we had in the game. I
Yeah.
mean, mysterious movie mode in the game.
Yeah.
It's like bullet time, but chunkier.
Suspicion. So this actually had an awareness system that ended up very similar to what we've got now, with it goes from exclamation mark to through suspicion and up through the levels. Which it's actually changed quite a few times through development, the way people react to you. Ducto beam.
This is the fair. The first fair. It's roughly in the same position as it is now, just in a completely different layout. This is also in the everything has to be massive.
Yes.
Yes. With this huge fairground that took 5 minutes to navigate around.
Yes.
This is the other bug I had to leave in to make Adam cringe. It's detaching your weapons.
Oh, this is with the abductor being detached. Leave it behind.
Oh no!
It's a tornado.
Okay, this is
pre-E3?
This is February 2004. So this is about a month or two before E3.
I think at this point we'd probably transitioned over to Havoc fully now. It took a couple of months to get everything working 100%, so we had to remain compatible with our old physics engine for a while.
First shell?
Yeah. We did the whole shell in 2D and got the flow right, and then did it in 3D, and then naturally changed the flow completely. Yep. Since that's the way of doing things.
This is I think this is still Uniontown.
This is Uniontown. This is one of the first missions with ArmQuest. Actually, this was was this the first conversation game one?
This is ArmQuest versus the Furons, but we're not going to play it.
Okay. Yes, no, we're not going to play it.
No.
But you can play it in the game now.
Yeah.
We're playing ArmQuest versus the Furons. Oh, here's another interface as well. This is the interface, as we like to call it. You probably can't understand that, and that's good because we'll get sued if we say anything. Yeah. But so this had the
people
weapon
jumping off
selection.
buildings.
Yes, people jumping off buildings and bouncing back into the air, and it probably was the first implementation of Havoc. And,
Ragdolls is still a while away. But, oh no, well that looks Ragdoll.
No, I think that was animation. Yeah. We got some
first Cortex
scan. Yeah.
This is when we had abilities and weapons on the same.
That's
thing.
right. Yeah,
and you had to press to toggle between them.
Yeah. So here we go. E3 demo.
This is the E3 demo. 3 days non-stop.
Find Elsa on the disc actually. Yeah.
We were quite blown away by the booth we were set up with for E3 that year. It was.
So here we go. The farm. We built the farm just for the E3 demo. I can't exactly remember why we built it, but
it was because we had Rockwell and it was all nighttime.
That's right.
We wanted to show all the farm assets in a daytime setting.
Yep.
And we built it and realised how awesome it was.
So
we put the tutorial into it.
Yes. So we got one whole site for one mission. So but it looks very cool.
art's pretty much stayed the same since.
Yeah, the layout of it's very similar. And in fact, the stuff you're doing here is very similar to what you did in the what we did in the E3 demo, which was completely playable, which is pretty cool. It was
old crypto VO.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the same actor, but
the
different performance.
The pre-Jack.
Yes, the pre-Jack. Yes. Whee! The poop.
First poop. Awesome.
Awesome. Yeah, Havoc let us do a lot.
Yep. Poop modelling.
Yeah, poop modelling indeed.
So is this the first Ragdoll cow?
Yes.
Yeah.
In the game?
Yeah. Yep. And this was very entertaining. It's kind of proved Ragdoll's worth.
Yeah.
It's having a Ragdoll cow. And naturally, our animators took it to the next level and put Ragdoll udders on the cows, which I don't think we had in this version.
So this is Rockwell.
Yes.
This definitely isn't something we did specifically for E3.
No.
No. There's fireworks still in there.
Yeah. Yeah, so the E3 demo was pretty harrowing. Dan and myself had to, in 2-hour shifts, demo for the entirety of E3.
Yeah.
And,
except for the last day where I did 4.5 hours because you got stuck in giving interviews and stuff.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Yeah, that was tough.
That was great because I remember I spent 4.5 hours and I've been drinking water the entire time. My bladder was exploding and I was running to go to the bathroom afterwards, and I ran into Andrew Goldman, who's head of Pandemic, on the way through, and I had to talk to him.
Oh, well.
And jump up and down on the spot.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brad. That was awesome.
Well, yeah. You don't want to bust out in front of the boss. That's not the thing to do. Can we say that on a teen rated game? I think
bust
we can.
out. I think. Was this the first movie we had? This first time we
had the movie play.
Plan 9, which got the
we had
rights.
the Ragdoll cars. We had
this is all Havoc.
Destructible driving. This is Havoc really bought us a lot.
Yeah.
It was,
I have to thank the guys at Havoc.
Zappo working something like it does now. Although it used to only stun people, never actually killed them.
Yeah.
Early. Oh no, actually, he was killing them there. There you go.
But you have to hold
Completely
them.
wrong. Yeah. Hey, the Undetonator's made an appearance. I think we've seen our whole weapon suite. Oh no, actually, we haven't seen the anal probe, have we?
Anal probe still to come.
City section. Good old city. I'm just trying to think of something to say here. But
It's the city.
We had the idea, like, we kind of prototyped in this demo for the collecting of thoughts and how to use that in missions, how to tie that into the conversation games. And it's something we kind of went back and forth on a bunch of times. So we sort of have this in the game, but it's not entirely as it was demoed here.
Same with the conversation game as well.
Yeah, it went through a lot of
Simplified it
iterations.
down. Yeah, we simplified it down and made it fun.
Yes. But it was pretty cool, and we got a good selection of voice actors for the E3 demo, just to get the early kind of feel for all the character voices, and a lot of those people we brought back again for the final game, and I think that helped a lot with the demo and with the final game. We got some awesome voice acting in the game, and the same writer too we used for this.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of really good lines.
Yeah.
First G-Man?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Back in the city. This was always one of my big and most favourite things, was that you could get in the UFO and be in exactly the same world as the rest of the game. I think that was one of the coolest things we've done, is, you've got this destructible environment. Most games before had, like big environments, but you didn't have the scale change, you didn't have the fact that it was completely destructible, and this kind of really showed that to people, I think.
Yeah.
Just jump in the UFO.
You always sort of heard people just go, that's just awesome.
Yeah, this would get awesome reactions at E3. And we kind of, artists had improved the visual effects on the destruction at this point. We had the fires and collapsing's looking a bit cooler, and it's kind of always got a good reaction. Bit of physics going there. See cars flying through the sky. Can I say? I don't know if I can.
If you're talking about 4th of July. Then
I am talking about the 4th of July.
Yeah.
Yeah, it certainly was a good technical challenge, trying to be able to play the game from UFO mode and alien mode without basically writing a whole new game for either mode. So I think it has turned out pretty well, although it was a pretty painful process.
It was a challenge, but we made a cool game.
We did.
And the invasion does indeed begin in 2005, as you found out by buying this game.
Yep. And that's it. And then we spent a year just sitting on our asses, pretty much. And,
Just pina coladas and supermodels. You know, it's tough. Life of a game developer.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. The version kind of wrote itself, and
that
really
engine writing robot was.
It did a good job.
I think Havoc really helped the stuff.
You know, without Havoc, we would have had. We would have been far behind where we are now.
Yep.
That's actually stopped.
Yep.
Cool.
Well, thanks, guys. I hope you enjoyed the game.
Yeah, thanks.
And if you don't, we're going to come around to your house and beat you.
Well, I'm guessing they enjoyed it since they would have had to have played through the game to watch this.
Yep.
Either that or cheated. But if you cheated, then
well, then you shouldn't be listening to this anyway, because you don't deserve to.
Yeah. Frankly, we have no respect for you if you cheated.
Yep.
Standing room only, or you can wait for the next one.
I would ban to go.
Standing room only, or you can wait for the next one.
The aliens have been tampering with their genetic code, and they now possess ungodly mental powers. It has the ability to read the minds of all intelligent creatures. Incredible.
The creature is blocking my scan with his moon gibberish. Identify yourself, calcium-filled Earth creature, or you will be vaporized. You try. This ignorant life form.
Confused and aggravated by the defecation and lack of conversation from the cow, it uses its mind to pick it up and fling it around and eventually mutilate it. Cattle mutilations are a big problem, but unfortunately this one has been uncovered.
What a tarnation! Let's get my best y'all flustered.
1 in 5 Americans believe in alien abductions and flying saucers.
What are you? Invaders!
And 93% of statistics are made up on the spot.
I'm coming to get you, you varmint!
Despite its considerable mental powers, the alien is not immune to physical harm. Unfortunately for this poor grassmaster, he is not immune to the creature's mental suggestions. Watch how it leads this poor farmhand into its interrogation chamber. That's right, people. These aliens don't believe in the Geneva Conventions. from the rural farmlands, the alien searches for more people in a slightly more populated setting. The county fair, a moonlit night. Does this look familiar, people? It could be yours. Unfortunately, this Norman Rockwell setting is about to get a close encounter of the destructive kind. The alien has the ability to implant images into the minds of its surrounding people. Unfortunately, those who are body snatched are generally disposed of. Donning its ill-gotten disguise, the creature weaves its way into the fair. Notice it doesn't...
Maybe I'd better go back to the 2-martini lunch.
Incredible. It can suck the thoughts right out of our heads. No one is safe. Look at this poor sap, a man of the cloth, and he is forced to humiliate himself, bending himself to the whim of the alien just to create a distraction so that the alien can slip by unnoticed. We don't know why they do this. Perhaps there is some limit to their powers.
I wonder why Bessie's so tense.
He seems to have no limit to its appetite for human knowledge. Watch as this poor girl is fooling about in order to create yet another distraction.
Hello?
The alien is then allowed to proceed unmolested. Continuing on his way, he comes across a drive-in movie. Some kids out for some wholesome entertainment.
One more sweet cheeks comment, and I'm storming out.
Clearly, he has no respect for privacy or romance. The alien also seems confused by the Hollywood movie depicting humans shooting down alien craft. He drops his disguise and talks to the humans.
You think you can destroy us so easily? You humans are pathetic. We will control your government and destroy all things.
The alien has also attempted to infiltrate the highest levels of our government. Remember, everybody, we are only as strong as our weakest link. The alien snatches the scientist's body and then pulls its mind.
Standard insertion procedures. Everything should be fine.
Even our greatest minds are like putty to this alien freak. We let these guys discredit themselves. They do a fine job. However, the alien doesn't seem to like it. And disposes
Excuse me?
The alien uses its disguise to probe the minds of our learned GIs.
The brass always bust my chops.
It can then use this information in subsequent conversations to influence the weak-willed.
Hold it right there, pal.
Notice how carefully the alien chooses its words.
Like that's not my cousin Gretchen loves a man in uniform. You'd like to meet her.
Okay, Professor, you hold it. You have to get past me as well.
Clearly, the alien is not above using sex to sell its lies.
You know, Gretchen has a twin sister named Heidi. I would introduce you.
are some of us who are strong enough to resist its powers.
Wow. Can you sing Happy Birthday, Mr. President?
Happy birthday.
Yes, yes.
Sir, I've got a song for you.
Damn it, man. Cha-cha-cha. Got a million of them.
Close enough.
Ah, crap on a stick. You smell prettier than a hot cow patty on a wet day.
Give me the tune, I forgot it. Harvested corn, milking cows, hunting, cattle rusting, and alien...
Goddamn apple pie.
biatch. All right.
That almost sounds like an evangelist or something. Awaiting the moment when we humans...
Is that supposed to sound profound? Sweet. Little bald head. No, what the hell is that?
Living together, mass hysteria. Hey, yo, Cuff and Link. How you doing?
Matter of fact, Mr. Federal Agent, sir, we're supposed to be moving these...
Okay, give me the lead in line.
Matter of fact, Mr. Federal Agent, sir, we're supposed to be moving these... Matter of fact, Mr. Federal Agent...
Yeah.
Matter of fact, Mr. Federal Agent, sir, we're supposed to be Matter of fact, Mr. Federal Agent, sir, we're supposed to be moving these crates...
Wow. All right, here we go. This is the one.
But our forklift's torqued. We're waiting from Stivic to...
Michael Stivic makes an appearance. Wow. Nice. We're waiting for Stivic to come back. Okay. Very pithy bromide from the dock worker.
You think you can destroy us so easily? You humans are pathetic. We will control your government and destroy all humans.
Are we ready?
He's pinching a loaf, taking a crap. He's launching the Brown October.
I'm sorry, he's in the loo.
Is there anything dock workers can't do? I mustn't be late. They're waiting for me in the test chamber. If I follow standard insertion procedures, everything should be fine. RDR squared? I don't get it. I got what every woman wants. A 12-inch slide rule and a 166 IQ.
Mustn't forget to change the barge across to the island. That ship's secrets are going to make my career.
Oh my God. I ain't seen nothing like that before. I ain't seen nothing like I ain't seen nothing like that before. This is not funny. I'm leaving.